Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. We're going to need a yoga block for today's practice. If you don't have one, then we'll make do without it. But if you have one, please grab one. We'll focus on strengthening the hips, the lower body, and a little core. So see you on the mat. So come onto your yoga mat and let's start with a block. Taking the block the lengthwise way. Take the block right between your knees, a little high up so that it's just above the knee joint, right between the inner thighs. We're going to squeeze the block and stand in Tadasana. Reach your fingertips lightly down for the outside edges of your feet, and then drop your tailbone down toward the block just in a subtle way. And you might notice the block wanting to pull forward a little bit. Draw your inner thighs into the block and back so that there's a little bit of a squeeze on the block, and then let your toes soften down. Now we'll start to bend the knees. Bend your knees, coming down more toward an Utkatasana position. So we are tipping the pelvis forward, drawing the sitting bones back, and coming down just about whatever amount is available that you can look down and still see your toes. Then reach your arms up alongside the ears. Biceps squeeze in toward your ears. Let's inhale, then exhale, stand up, let the arms come down, and we'll warm up a little bit. As you come up, really squeeze those inner thighs into the block. Inhale, reach up, Utkatasana. Exhale, squeeze, let the arms come down. If you don't have a block, just imagine one there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down, tailbone toward the block. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop down. Now soften your knees. Let's come into a forward fold. Now as the block wants to kind of extend back, we're mitigating that by squeezing the inner thighs into the block. Fold. Take your hands behind your calves. Let your head go. And then bend the knees a little bit. Squeeze that block. Come on up. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center and bend your knees. Keep squeezing that block. And come all the way down. So the feet are about hip width distance. Now root through the feet, belly in. Reach up. Keep that light activity of the inner thighs pressing as you reach up, a little back bend. And exhale. Last time to spill forward. And this time, take your hands on your back. Give your lower back a little press. Then slide your hands down the outer thighs towards your ankles. Hug your elbows in towards your legs. Think of a nice lift in the arch of the feet, lifting right up into your inner knees in this Uttanasana. Then from here, we're bending the knees. Take the block into your right hand. Take that block forward, right onto the bare floor. And then we're going to lift that left heel straight up and take your left hand on your hip. So we're coming into this half moon position with the hand on the block. Right hand on the block, left hand is on your hip. Now bend your right knee. Keep your right knee wrapping open over the toes, then straighten the right leg. And we'll work with that a few times. Bend. You can let that left toe lower and then straighten. Let's look down at that block. Keep peeling that left hip open on top of the right as you move through this, gently bending through your left knee and straightening. Very strengthening for your hip joint, for the muscles in that right leg, and also your left butt. And you need to engage your core. I did this exercise all the time to help close my abdominal muscles after giving birth. All 4 babies that I have. Good. So let's do one more. And then when you exhale next, release your left fingertips down. Take your left toes onto the floor. Inch your right knee forward. Drop your left knee down. And then hold there. Let the inner thighs scissor apart. Look forward. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's slide that right leg back and lift your knees and come on up into a downward dog. Pedal your feet, lifting one heel at a time. Letting your head hang. Then stretch that right heel high into three-legged dog and just pulse. Lift the heel and lower a little. Lift that heel, lower. Lift the right heel, lower. Lift and lower. A little micro bend in that left knee as you do that. One more lift. Step your right foot in between the hands. Press through your right foot. Step your left foot forward. And let's drop the tail and come all the way up. Take your hands into imaginary back pockets. Inhale, lift your chest. Look up. And then exhale, bend your knees quite a bit. Take your hand, your left hand, onto that block. The block is forward so that as you start to extend your right heel up, we have that block right under the shoulder joint or a little forward of the shoulder joint. And let's keep looking at the block. So the drishti is down toward your block. And then we want to feel that activation of the right gluteal muscles. And we're bending through the left knee and straightening. And bend and straighten. Core muscles drawing in. Bend and straighten. Right hand can stay just right on the hip. Bend and straighten. Left toes are soft. Bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Then when you bend, next time, release your right hand down under the shoulder and take a big step back into a long runner's lunge. Touch your right knee down. Let the inner thighs scissor apart. Look forward. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, slide that left leg back. Toes are tucked. Lift the knees. Come up into downward dog. Fan the fingers wide. Lift the sitting bones up. Now stretch your left heel high. And we'll just pulsate. Lift the heel and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Micro amounts. Good. Lift. Lower. One more lift. Then knee to nose. Step your left foot right between the thumbs. Press through your left foot. Look forward. Step your right foot forward right between your thumbs. Drop the tail and come on up again into Utkatasana. This time reaching forward. Palms press. Palms press right in front of your chest. And then stand up. Interlace your hands behind your head. I actually want to use a block here. This is a cool thing to do. Take the block between the hands this long way, you see? So that it's a good space for the back of the head to connect to. Then from Tadasana, take the block back behind and feel the back of the head moving into the block. Keep hugging your elbows in. So we create this nice long line from back of head to tail. Now shift into your right foot. Lift your left knee. Inhale. When you exhale, step that left foot back to a short warrior one position. And we're going to move in and out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Inhale, lift. Elbows in. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Now when you come back, shift into your left foot. Lift your right foot. Stamp it down. Left knee lifts. Left foot back. Right knee lifts. Right foot down. Left knee lifts. Left foot back. Right knee, stamp. Left knee, warrior one. Right knee, stamp. Left knee, warrior one. Hold, elbows in, belly in. Lean forward, look toward your foot. Lift your head into that block. Press through that right foot, step right forward. Then keep pressing the block forward. Drop the tailbone down. Find the exhale, dropping the tail a little lower. Then come on up, take the block behind your head again. Elbows in. Just so you see, my fingertips grip the back of the block, and I'm giving the block a little press into the back of my head. Now we'll shift right into that left foot. Start to peel your right foot off the ground. Inhale, exhale, step your right foot back, warrior one. And lift, and back. And lift, and back. Good. Lift, back, lift. Now, when you step back, lift that left foot, stamp, right knee. So you kind of get a little momentum going. Right foot back, left knee lifts. right knee forward, right foot back. Just kind of flow in and out of it. So you're getting your heart rate up a little bit. Good. One more to lift. Stamp that left foot down. Lean forward. Good. Root through your right foot. Move your elbows in a little more. Lift the back of the head into the hands and step right forward. And reach forward through the block. Now, take the block the lengthwise way, right between your feet. Rooting through that right hand. Drag your left sitting bone back. Twist, look to the left. Drag that left sitting bone back. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees. Take your left hand onto the block. Drag your right sitting bone back. If you don't have the block, you can just have your hand right on that left ankle. You could straighten that right leg a little more. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Let's fold. Try to bring your crown of the head down toward that block if you can. You don't have to overdo. And inhale, lift up halfway. Take the block, place it aside. When you exhale, step back on into downward dog. Then we'll roll into plank. Bring your knees down. Come all the way down onto your belly. Take your right arm out, palm facing down. Now keep your left knee in alignment with your hip. Bend your right knee a little bit. Flex your right foot. Bring that left knee up toward your body and then extend towards straight. Lift the left heel as high as you can, and then lower, and then draw the knee in toward your body. And then extend, and lift, down, and up toward your body. Move through that a few times. Lift, lower, flexed foot, up toward your body. And you're stabilizing this flow with the outside edge of your right thigh. Nice. Good. One more lift. And then lower, and then roll over onto your belly. Tuck your toes. Press back hips to heels. Coming toward child's pose. Stretch the sitting bones back. Then wave forward. Come all the way down and lay on your left hand side. Left palm facing down. Left knee is a little bit bent. Right hand on your hip. And then we're drawing that right knee up toward your body as much as you can in alignment with your hip. Then press straight away and lift up. And in, have to activate your core. Press straight away, lift up. Draw in, press away, lift up. Flowing through this, using that outer left thigh also to stabilize you, keeping your face soft. Good, so we're working nice range of motion through the joint. One more time to lift. And as you lower, roll onto your belly. When we get on the belly, let's point the toes toward the back of the head, reach around for the tops of the feet. Press through the feet, kick up toward Dhanurasana. Knees in. Inhale, spread the chest, look forward, look up. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, palms under elbows, coming up into tabletop. Swing your ankles underneath. Bring the legs around. Good. Now let's take the block, bend our knees. Take the block again right between the inner thighs. Squeeze your knees together. Root your feet on the floor. Then take your fingertips back behind you. Lift. Bring your big toes to touch. Keep squeezing through that block. Lift your toes. Then root your feet down. Lift your hips. When the block tries to eject, up. Squeeze the inner thighs in and down. And then lower down. Tented fingers lift. Big toes touch. Bring the knees in. And then root your feet down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, melting down. Squeeze in. Big toes touch. Then press, lift up. Squeeze your gluteals. Exhale, lower down. Squeeze in. Touch. Extend your legs out straight and keep squeezing the block. Reach for your toes. Folding forward. Spread your chest. Exhale out. And then slowly coming up, bring your feet on the ground. Keep squeezing the block. We will make our way down all the way onto the back. Keeping the block right between your thighs. Good. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze the block, root the arms into the ground, palms facing up. Exhale, lower down. Keep that light engagement of the inner thighs into the block. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower. Inhale one more time. Lift. Spread the chest. Exhale. Lower down. Then squeeze the knees in. Squeeze the block. Take the block. Bring it to the side. Hug your knees in. Take a figure 4 pose with your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Thread the needle. Take your hands on the left knee crease or the front of the shin. And that's where we can pause. Bringing out the hip a little bit. Rocking side to side. And hug the legs gently in. Uncross, do the other side. Left ankle on top of right. Thread the needle. Good. Press the left lower back down to the floor. And rock a little bit wherever you're at there. Nice. Good. And then hug the legs in. Uncross. Take your feet mat width distance. Take a few windshield wipers. Bring out your hips. Take the arms out to a cactus. Really massage out those hips. And slide the arms down alongside the body. Extend one leg out, extend the other out, zip your feet together, engage, squeeze your gluteal muscles in fists really tight, and let everything go. Let your toes flop open. Let your head roll back and forth. And find your Shavasana today. Take a full inhale breath. Exhale, let it out your mouth. Allowing the floor to support you as you rest. Every inhale is an opportunity to invite vitality, life, anything you want to invite, gratitude, contentment. Every exhale, letting go, softening a little more, and releasing anything you want to release away. Staying here as long as you wish. If you're comfortable hanging out more, go ahead. If you're ready, you can join me in drawing your knees tenderly in toward your body, and go ahead and give a hug and roll yourself over to either side that feels natural, and rest the head in the crook of the arm. Letting go of anything you want to release into the floor. And then when you're ready, slowly making your way up, meeting in an upright seat. I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, trust on the journey. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it. See you next time. Thank you for you.